Good morning, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Physics of Class 12. Today, we will discuss about the second part of the current electricity. In the first part of the current electricity, we discuss about the drift velocity, Ohm's law, carbon color cord resistance, effect of the temperature on resistance, and the Kirchhoff rules. In the second part of this lesson, we discuss about the Wheatstone bridge and its application like meter bridge and the potentiometer and its principle and its application like comparison of EMF of two given primary cells and the measurement of the internal resistance by using the potentiometer. Let we start the first part of this lecture, that is discussion about the Wheatstone bridge. Dear student, today we will discuss about the Wheatstone bridge and the derivation of the balancing condition from the Kirchhoff's rules for the Wheatstone bridge, sensitivity of the Wheatstone bridge, advantage of the Wheatstone bridge, meter bridge and its principle, working of the meter bridge, and some numerical problems, those based on the Wheatstone bridge and the meter bridge. Students, let we start about the Wheatstone bridge. Dear student, Wheatstone bridge was first suggested by Wheatstone in 1843. It is an arrangement of four resistances used to determine one of these resistances quickly and accurately in terms of the remaining three resistances. A Wheatstone bridge consists of four resistances P, Q, R and S connected to a form of the arm of a quadrille ABCD as shown in figure, and a battery of EMF E is connected between point A and C, and a sensitive galvanometer connected between point B and D as shown in figure. Now, derivation of the balancing condition from the Kirchhoff's rule. To find the balancing condition of the Wheatstone bridge, we use the Kirchhoff's rules. From this circuit of the Wheatstone bridge, we apply the second law or loop rule of the Kirchhoff in loop ABDA. Dear student, let we assume I current is flow in the circuit, and at point A the I1 current is passing through resistance P and the I2 current is passing from resistance R. Then this few amount of the current Ig is passing through the galvanometer, and the remaining currents are from Q and S and combined at point C, and again the I current flow in the circuit as shown in figure. In this loop, we find the equation, that is I1P plus IgG plus I2R. Because there is no source of energy in this loop, so the net EMF in this combination or loop, that is 0. Similarly, we apply the second law in the another loop, that is BCDB, and find the another equation as shown. Let when the bridge is in balance condition, that means the potential at point B and at point D is equal, then there is no current flow through the galvanometer. It means Ig is equal to 0 in this balancing condition. Then apply Ig is equal to 0 in the above equations and manipulate the equations and divide the both, we get P upon Q is equal to R upon S. This is the condition for the balancing Wheatstone bridge. Next, we will discuss the sensitivity of the Wheatstone bridge. Dear student, we know sensitivity is the indication of any device that indicate the device is working sensitively or not. It means in a Wheatstone bridge is sensitive if it show a large deflection in the galvanometer for a small change in the resistance arm. It means out of PQRS 4 resistances, if we change little bit, then the large deflection is shown in the galvanometer. That in that case the Wheatstone bridge is sensitive. The sensitivity of the Wheatstone bridge depends on the two factors. कौन कौन से दो फैक्टर हैं बच्चों? पहला, relative magnitude of the resistances in the four arms of the bridge. The bridge is much sensitive when all the four resistances are the same order. That's why when we perform the experiment, we try to obtain the balancing length in mid of the wire, or we can say we try to find the null point in between 40 to 60 centimeter on the meter bridge wire. And the second condition, that is relative position of the battery and galvanometer. So the sensitivity of the Wheatstone bridge depends on these two factors. Why? Now the question is arise, what's the advantage of this Wheatstone bridge method? Dear students, the Wheatstone bridge method depends on or work on the null method. Hence, the internal resistance of the cell and resistance of the galvanometer do not affect the null point. Second, in this method, no ammeter and voltmeter are involved in the measurement of current and potential, so that resistance of ammeter and voltmeter do not affect the measurement. Next one, By increasing of the resistance of arm P and Q, the accuracy of the measurement of unknown resistance should be increased. On the basis of these reasons, we use the Wheatstone bridge to find the unknown value of the resistance. The devices or the apparatus work on the principle of the Wheatstone bridge, that is meter bridge, Carey Foster bridge, and the post office box. Dear student, keep in your mind only the meter bridge is the part of our syllabus. Other two, Carey Foster bridge and post office box, is not in our syllabus. Now, next we move to discuss about the meter bridge. It is clear the meter bridge is work on the principle of the Wheatstone bridge, because the meter bridge is the application of the Wheatstone bridge. The meter bridge is also called slide wire bridge, or we can say the meter bridge is the simplest application or practical based on the Wheatstone bridge principle. The meter bridge consists of usually 1 meter long magnet wire of uniform cross section area stretched along a meter scale fixed over a wooden board as shown in figure. Dear student, the same arrangement of the four resistances are in this meter bridge experiment also. A and in between A and C, a battery is connected, and between B and D, a galvanometer is connected, and in there are two gaps in the copper strips. Out of these two, in one gap we connect the resistance box, and in second gap we connect the resistance for which we want to calculate the resistance. Now, how it is work? How we can find the unknown value of the resistance by using this meter bridge? Dear student, first of all we connect the electric circuit as shown in figure, and a suitable resistance R taken from the resistance box. यानी बच्चों, सबसे पहले सर्किट को कनेक्ट करेंगे और उसके बाद रेजिस्टेंस बॉक्स से कोई भी एक रेजिस्टेंस, जैसे 1 ओम, 2 ओम, 3 ओम का निकालेंगे। साथ में सर्किट में लगी हुई वन वे की को भी क्लोज करेंगे, जिससे कि पूरा सर्किट वर्किंग में आ जाएगा। नाउ व्हेन वी connect the all, the circuit is work or the current is flow in the circuit. Now the jockey is removed on the sliding 1 meter wire. Place it at near point A and see the deflection in the galvanometer and move it on the another point C and see the deflection in the galvanometer. In the deflection in the galvanometer is get both side left and right of the galvanometer, means the circuit is correct, and in between these 2 points a point is available on which the galvanometer having the zero deflection. Find the position of that zero deflection point or called null point and measure the balancing length from point A. Then the length of wire AG is behave as the resistance of P, and the remaining length 100 minus L, the resistance of it is behave as the resistance of Q. In this balancing condition, apply the Wheatstone-Bridge principle and calculate R upon X is equal to RAJ, that means the resistance of the AJ wire or AJ balancing length, divided by the RJB, that means the resistance of 100 minus L length, and cross multiply and find the value of R upon X is equal to L upon 100 minus L, or unknown resistance X is equal to 100 minus L upon L into R. In this calculation, it is also clear the resistance is directly proportional to the length. By using this experiment, we can measure the or determine the resistivity of the material of unknown resistance wire. By using the Ohm's law, we can calculate the resistivity of the material wire. We know R is equal to rho L upon A, and cross multiply and calculate rho is equal to X A upon L, where X is the value of the unknown resistance that already calculated, A cross sectional area of the meter bridge, cross sectional area of the resistance, it can be calculated with the help of the screw gauge, and L is the length of the resistance wire X. So dear student, we can calculate all these things like as the importance of the Wheatstone-Bridge, balancing condition of the Wheatstone-Bridge, and the principle of the Wheatstone-Bridge, and the measurement of the unknown value of resistance, and they determine the resistivity of the wire material. Now we move toward some questions, those based on the potentiometer and meter bridge. In this circuit diagram, the balancing length is given, that is 39.5 centimeter from one end, that is A, when resistance Y is of 12.5 ohm then determine the resistance of X. Dear student, we already discussed when the balancing length L is given, then we can calculate the 100 minus L length, that is equal to 60.5 centimeter, and Y is given here 12.5. Then apply the formula X is equal to L upon 100 minus L into Y, that is equal to 39.5 upon 100 minus 39.5 into 12.5. We calculate it, then we get 8.16 ohm. It means the value of the resistance X is 8.16 ohm. The another question that also based on this meter bridge. In this given circuit diagram, the null point is found to be 60 centimeter away from point A with X and Y in position as shown in figure. When a resistance of 15 ohm is connected in series with Y, the null point is found to be shift by 10 centimeter toward the end A of wire. Find the position of the null point at the resistance of 30 ohm were connected in parallel with Y. Dear student, in this condition, in this question, we find the or we apply the Wheatstone bridge principle in two conditions. First, we apply the balancing condition for the Wheatstone bridge, that is X upon Y is equal to L upon 100 minus L. When X and Y are connected in the circuit, then X upon Y is equal to 60 upon 40, that is equal to 2x upon 2x upon 3 is equal to Y, or 2x is equal to 3y. When the resistance of 15 ohm is connected in series with Y, then what happen? X upon Y plus 15 is equal to, now the according to question, the balancing length shifted toward A by 10 centimeter. It means in the previous condition the balancing length is 60 centimeter, now it is 50. Then the 100 minus L, that is 100 minus 50 is also 50. Then cross multiply, we get another equation, that is X is equal to Y plus 15. Calculate or solve the both equations and we get the value of X and Y as 45 ohm and 30 ohm respectively. Now again repeat this process for 30 ohm resistance that connected parallel with Y and solve it. In this condition, our requirement to find the value of the balancing length. So it's clear here, X is already calculated and Y is already calculated, and only the one parameter is missing, or that we want to calculate, that is balancing length. Put the value of X and Y, find the value of L. It means X upon Y plus 30 is equal to L upon 100 minus L. Cross multiply and solve it, we get L is equal to 75 centimeter from point A. It means when the 30 ohm resistance is connected parallel with Y, we get the balancing point at 75 centimeter away from point A. Dear student, in this lesson we discuss so many topics that like Wheatstone bridge, balancing condition of the Wheatstone bridge with the Kirchhoff's rule, advantage of the Wheatstone bridge, sensitivity of the Wheatstone bridge, application of the Wheatstone bridge, that is meter bridge or slide wire bridge, and working formula to calculate the unknown resistance by using the meter bridge, and the formula for the resistivity of the material for the wire of unknown resistance, and few questions to apply the Wheatstone bridge principle and the meter bridge working formula. I hope you learn the both topics very well and apply the knowledge to solve the another problems, those based on the Wheatstone bridge and meter bridge topic. Thank you. Jai Hind.